Hi there, boys and girls, and everybody in between. It's been a few days, and I apologize. Uh, I'm going to use my daughter as the excuse. It's hard to get these things going when you have to be a full time parent for a toddler Monday through Thursday. Um, but also, I mean, let's talk about the Hunter Biden and the laptop, right? Nothing new has happened. Um, no new information has really come out. Um, the information on the laptop is, I guess, for the people that have been following politics and are not lemmings, kind of knew that this was going on. Um, in some instances, the emails makes Joe Biden look, human. Um, I think it was best said that comes across as as a father that can't tell his son to stop trading on his name, and doesn't he doesn't do anything illegal. There is nothing illegal in it, and that's the problem, right? I think he goes up to, so far it looks like he's gone up to the line but hasn't crossed it. That doesn't make it, it doesn't make it good. It is, but there's nothing new in it. The defense from the lemmings and Democrats, the establishment, has been the same, blaming Russia. And I guess, as if you've been following, I am not a Russia skeptic. I just do not believe they operate in a way that would be this easy to unravel. But, nothing has been proven. I think that there's nobody that has done more damage to what has actually been found about the connections between the Trump campaign and Russia than MSNBC and Rachel Maddow. There is stuff there in just what has been discovered. And had we not, or had, and this is just what I've been told, right? Because I don't watch MSNBC, but had the public and the Democrats not been fed this constant stream of exaggerations and promises of this big revelation that was just around the corner that was going to push Donald Trump out of office, then what was disclosed in the Mueller report, what has been troubling, would actually gain some traction probably. Not that any of this was needed, right? Because there is the emolument clause, and he has been violating it, Donald Trump has, from the moment he put his hand on the Bible. So they could have just impeached him on that, right? That we didn't need Russia from that. But can't do that. And look at that corruption, and then not also look at the Biden corruption, or the Clinton corruption, or the Obama corruption. All legal. That's, again, they're not doing anything illegal. I mean, I think the Clintons, again, like the Trumps, those are fucking amazing lawyers, and they went as far as you can push that with that Global Initiative Fund, right? but not illegal. So, and that's the problem, right? Isn't that the problem? Isn't that where the money in politics? Anyway, what else has happened? Oh, yesterday AOC went on Twitch and played games, and she became apparently the biggest Twitcher. I don't fucking know what to call people over there. It's not my game. And if that doesn't tell you a little bit about how fucked we are as a nation, that this is what we crave from our politician. We want to see them play fucking video games. I mean, are we fucking kidding me with this? By the way, it is unbelievable how many people, newly engaged people in politics, do not bother to find out just the basics on how our government works and what is the difference between a voice vote and a recorded vote, and why people would avoid having recorded votes, right? As in, the first stimulus bill that is the biggest transfer of wealth in human history. That was not a recorded vote in the House. Why is that? Well, that is so people like the Squad, AOC, can vote for it, but not be recognized for that vote. But they did. Because if they wanted to vote against it and have a recorded vote, they would have demanded that and would have gotten that. So that's another reason it's getting hard to do this. Because now that we're coming to the end of yet another election cycle where progressives have gotten their ass handed to them by the Democrats, not by the rest of the country, because what progressives in America are fighting for, health care and free education at the point of service, health care free at the point of service, better and cheaper housing, is universally popular amongst Americans. Over 50% in any poll. Republican, Independent, Democrat. Obviously way higher with the Democrats. But now that ass has been handed to us again, it's like it's kind of the same feeling I think some people had right after the Vietnam War and the protest, as all these people that were hippies suddenly became Wall Street bankers and Silicon Valley inventors, and kind of started shitting on these universal progressive ideas. And I don't know yet, right? But I'm seeing this. Obviously, we all fucking need to make a living. God damn, we need to make a living. So I understand it. And we all want, nice things, a nice house and all these things. And especially people who are rubbing up against that all the time. It's just human, man. I get that. I understand that. And I understand why, people want to monetize their following or their influence. But I don't know. It just feels weird, right? Or at least it does to me. I mean, Nina Turner had John Kasich on, right? I don't know. I get why she wants to talk to him, her governor, all that kind of stuff. And I was still a little weird. Why fucking talk to him? I understand we need to. I guess her argument is that you reach people, talk to people like him, and people that like his ideas will listen to you, and then you will go. And I didn't listen to the interview. I haven't listened to the podcast, right? But I've been informed that it was kind of softball questions, so she didn't actually challenge him. Again, I don't know if this is true. But what is true, what is definitely true, is that her podcast is sponsored, or at least one of the sponsors, I don't know if there's more, but at least one of the sponsors is Goldman Sachs. Again, she's one of like 3 people in the last 5 years that have moved my soul when she speaks. But that just doesn't feel right. Does it feel right to you? Does that work for you? Of course, what matters is what she does, right, and what she says. I always preach that, right? Stop fucking worrying about who and what they look like and what they say or anything else. Watch what they do. So I have to wait a little bit, right? I just don't know how you take Goldman Sachs money and then create a podcast or a media where I don't know. I don't fucking know. I don't like it. I honestly don't like it. I just don't. I don't. Yeah, this podcast is going to be a little bit longer. I'm rambling, and it might get worse. This is some Talking Tree Ghost OG. We still have, excuse me, we still have Bernie Sanders out, probably the hardest campaigner for Joe Biden. He was interviewed on Rising today, preaching that he believes that he can push the country to the left. Now, there's a reason, things are in flux now, right? But there's a reasonable possibility that Biden comes in and he wins the House and the Senate, because of how disastrous Donald Trump is. But that doesn't change that the people that surround him are already talking about austerity. That unless the senators that are being elected in purple red states are being elected on an agenda much more aggressive than Biden's, meaning that they say, yeah, I'm coming in, I'm going to Washington, I'm going to fight for a public option or Medicare for all, and, massive infrastructure spending and raise the taxes on people, not for 400 or above, but 250,000 or above, right? Unless they're elected like that, then we're going to end up with the same kind of Senate that Obama had, where you're not fighting Republicans for policies that help the people. You're fighting Democrats again because they're looking to get reelected. So I don't know. I don't know if Biden is not willing to put it all on the line and beat these, they're used to be called blue dogs Democrat into submission. And he changes his position. And these Republican members of it as his administration that he's floating, right? He's floating a bunch of Republicans. Not one of Bernie Sanders' people have been floated, by the way. Anyway, so that's what Bernie Sanders is trying to tell us, right? He's trying to tell us that in a Biden administration that is filled with Republicans, where Democrats have already started to talk about austerity, and a lot of the Democrats that will be elected in these reddish states, unless they have run on a very progressive agenda, then they're already going to fight whatever it is that Bernie Sanders wants. I just don't. Where's he fucking getting this from? The only way that we get any progressive, forget the fucking label. The only way that we get the policies needed for the times that we live in, times of mass unemployment, a critical health care crisis, crumbling institutions, and inequity not seen since the golden ages. If Biden is not the lead and willing to step up and be the lead on policies to correct that, then what the fuck is Bernie Sanders going to do? And you got 2 years. 2 years to give. Americans got the shortest fucking memory ever. And 2 years from now, all these Lincoln Project Republicans are going to be back in their party, and they're going to say, well, that's something big, and look at the Democrats, they're spending, and look at how they crash the economy. And we know how this fucking ship is, or the script is. We know the script. We've seen it before. The moment they're not in power, right? Can't fucking spend a dime to save their own mother. So what is he talking about? Unless Biden is on board, nothing is going to happen. Are we going to have anybody that steps up to be the answer? What history demands? Do we have anybody? One person? I don't know. Anyway, we have the debate today. I think that's going to be the last little thing. This was a long one. Debate, there's going to be a mute button, but it's not like a mute button that will be used in the exchanges. As far as I understand, the microphone will be muted on the person for the first initial 2 minutes of conversation. I don't know why the Biden campaign insisted on that. It is fucking stupid. What won Biden the debate was Trump's over the top, idiotic, moronic behavior. Why the fuck? Like, why, like, when somebody's trying to destroy themselves, why would you stop them in politics? But, you know, again, Democrats are really trying hard to lose to Trump. You got to say that. I don't know. Game changer? Not unless Biden keels over dead. I don't know. Like, I think at this moment, Biden could pull a Kramer and he would still win. I do. Polls are telling us that even if you give everything to Trump that was missed in the polls, last time, Biden is still well over 300 electoral mandates. So, America's calling. We need a historical figure. We do. And it's not Biden. And it's not Sanders, although I thought it was. Man. Anyway, I wish I could go live for the debate, but unfortunately I still can't. But I'm working on it. Thank you to all the new followers. I should have said that up front. Yeah, thank you. I hope you have a fantastic night. And I'll talk to you soon. Maybe during, after the debate. Take care of yourself and each other.